Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on the 1st of March. Happy March, happy official spring. And congratulations to all of our patrons who completed the February challenge. Well done. So a big shout out to those who made it onto our Roll of Honour. Aram and Patricia, Helen, Jane and Jean, Natalie, Samantha, Maxine, Fanula, Vivian and Neve, Margaret, Annalise and Anka. I'm nearly there. It's all up here. Nuala, Alan, and who have I left? I got Jane and Jean. Petra, Sharon, and Bernadette. And well done, everybody. Fantastic. Great to see so many of you continuing to get your practice in every week. It's fantastic. So well done. So nice practice today, a couple of flows in there, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let us begin in a seated position. So make yourself nice and comfortable, sitting up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Let go of your day. Let go of everything that's going on in your world. And just be in the present moment. As you're sitting here, become aware of your seat bones, finding equal weight on both seat bones, and then feeling your spine grow from here, allowing it to open out and find space. And as you find that space in your spine, release the shoulders and the jaw of any tension. And then let your focus go to your breath. Inhaling through your nose into your belly. Pause. And then exhaling through your nose. Elongating that exhale. Maybe making it twice as long as the inhale. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, opening the eyes and making your way up to stand at the top of your mat. And as you're standing here, having those feet hip width apart, equal weight on both feet, and that weight evenly distributed across the ball and the heel. Standing up nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then clasping the hands together, slowly draw them up, all the way up, over the head, release them, draw them back like they're wings, spreading back behind you, and around the front. And again, nice and slowly raising them all the way up, feeling the whole body lengthen as they reach up above your head, then releasing, draw the arms back and around the front again, and one more time. And then as you stand here, let's very slowly roll down. So bowing the head, rounding the shoulders, letting each vertebrae at a time begin to round. Softly just making your way down towards the floor. You can let the knees bend as you make your way down. And when you're down at your lowest point, just holding each elbow and gently begin to sway back and forth. So you're just shifting that weight onto the ball and back to the heel of your feet. And coming to stillness, release the elbows, bend the knees, and very slowly unwind all the way up. And again, let's roll down, keeping a softness in the knees as you make your way down. This time we won't remain down here, we'll just start to roll all the way back up again. And as you come to upright, raise the head and bend the back to open the whole front of the body, and then making your way back into a nice roll down once more. And slowly coming all the way back up to upright, and again raising the gaze, opening the chest, bending the back, and coming back to upright. And now changing that, so we're still going to fold forward, but this time we're folding rather than rolling, so we're hinging at our hips here as we hinge, and then make our way down into a forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. When you get into your forward fold, let's take 3 breaths in forward fold. With each exhale, just getting a little deeper into that fold. And then keeping both hands on the mat, we're going to step the legs back into a downward dog. So pedaling your way in as you just encourage those legs to stretch out and lengthen until you're ready to come to stillness. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then walking the hands back to meet the feet into your forward fold. Bend the knees. Coming all the way up, bring those hands together over the head. Raise the gaze. And again, hinging at the hips into a forward fold. Taking a breath here. And then walking the hands out to come into your downward dog. Taking a breath. And walking the feet up to the hands into your forward fold. Bend the knees. all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze. And again, coming into your forward fold. Stepping the feet back, the legs back to your downward dog. Walking the hands back to the feet, to forward fold. Bend the knees all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze. And then again, sweeping down, forward fold. And stepping the hands out in front of you. Keeping those hips pushed back to lengthen the spine. Downward dog. And then let's bend the knees, coming down onto the mat, and just lower yourself down, all the way down onto your mat, forehead on the mat, and draw those hands back either side of the chest. And then raising the forehead and chest away from the mat, pressing in with the hands to come into a cobra, and if you like, bringing it on up to an upward dog. So you're on your feet and your hands. Let's take a breath. And then come down on the knees, chest, belly, forehead. Take a breath. And once again, pushing up into a cobra or up dog, whichever you prefer. Take a breath. And then knees down, chest down, belly down, forehead down. Take a breath. One more time, pressing into the mat, coming into your back bend. And down on the knees, chest, belly, forehead. Good, and from here we're going to lift up into a plank. So curling those toes, lifting the body up, having those shoulders over the wrists. Taking 3 breaths here. Bending the knees, bringing them down onto the mat, pushing back into a child's pose for 3 breaths. And again, let's flow through this, taking a breath each time. So up into your plank, getting into it first, then take a breath. And then coming back to your child's pose for a breath. Taking it up to your plank for a breath. Remembering to engage the core, drawing up that pelvic floor, belly button in and up. Coming down to your child's pose for a breath. And one more time, drawing it up into your plank for a breath. And knees down, push back, child's pose for a breath. And then from here, coming up into tabletop, curling those toes, push back as you lift up into your downward dog. And then walking those feet up to meet the hands, come to the top of the mat. And let's draw these feet together so the toes are together, the heels are a little bit apart. And we're going to come down into our chair pose. So bending the knees, pushing the hips back, keeping those knees behind the toes. And just draw the arms out in front of you. Palms facing down. Taking a breath here. And then lowering down, you can raise up onto the toes, coming to stillness, take a breath. And making your way back up to your chair pose. Let the core help you. Watch those knees because they're automatically going to go in front of the toes. They're in front of them as you go down. So make sure they come behind the toes as you rise up. And again, let's lower down, coming on to your toes. Try to get the shoulders over the hips when you're fully down. And then rising up, drawing the knees back, keeping that bend in the hips. Take a breath. And one more time, making your way down slowly. Take a breath down here. And drawing back up this time, coming up straight and come to stand. With the legs open about 3 hip widths apart, but with this right foot up at the top of the mat. Arms out in a T, soften the shoulders. And we're going to step this right foot up to the left foot and bend forward. Take a breath. So you're on your tippy toes. Coming back up, open that foot out to the left. Take a breath. Stepping the left foot back to the right, coming down. And if your body is objecting or your knees may be objecting to you going down this low, that's fine. Just come down maybe into a forward fold, if that's a little easier. Or come into your squat on your toes. And then rising up, step the right foot across into your star. Take a breath. Right foot to left foot, coming down to your toe balance. Take a breath. And step that left foot across to your star. Take a breath. Step the left foot to the right, down into your balance. And rising up, right foot to the right, into your star. Take a breath. And once more, right foot over to the left, coming down. And stepping that left foot across to come into your star. Left foot to the center, bending down, or coming into your balance. And lifting up, star to the right. Take a breath. And let's take it up to the top of the mat. Having the feet now hip width apart. Raise the arms up. Raise the gaze and take a breath. And then sweeping those arms out to the side, forward fold. And let's step it back to tabletop. So, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, feet straight out behind you. Taking a breath here. And then let's lift the left leg up, stretch it straight out behind you. And then turn it on its side so you stack the hips one on top of the other. And then raise that left arm up. Let's find a balance here, taking 3 breaths. Keeping that left foot flexed. And the left leg raised. And then let's draw that left hand down on the left leg and take it to the other side. So right leg stretches out at hip height, then turn it sideways, leveling the hips up, stacking them one on top of the other, and raise that right arm. So we've got like a T with our arms. And taking 3 breaths here. And then drawing the right hand down and that right leg. And from here, we're going to step back into a plank and come onto the side of that right foot as you step the left foot into the center and raise up the arm for 3 breaths. Keep a softness in that right elbow, the supporting arm. Drawing that left hand down. You can either keep your left foot where it is, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, step that left foot back so the leg is stretched out long and raise the left arm up. One more breath here. And let's bring that left hand down, come back into your plank, knees onto the mat, push back for your child's pose. And then when you're ready, coming up into a plank once more. Let's take it to the other side. So into your plank. Come onto the side of the left foot. Step that right foot into the center. Raise the right arm up. One more breath here. Then either keeping the right leg where it is, or bring the right hand down, step the right leg back to stretch it out and come into your side plank. One more breath. And bringing that right hand down back into your plank. Knees down. Push back. Child's pose. Once again, coming up into your plank, coming onto the side of that left foot, this time stepping the right foot across. Raise the right arm up and back. Wild child. One more breath here. And again, bringing it back into your plank. And let's take that to the other side. So coming onto the side of that right foot, step the left foot across, raise that left arm up. Keeping a softness in that right arm. One more breath. And coming back into your plank. Knees down, push back. Child's pose. And when you're ready, making your way down to lie on your back. And with the knees bent, bring the arms out into a T and let those knees fall over to the right as the gaze goes to the left. Let's take that over to the other side. Keeping both shoulder blades connected to the mat. And coming back to center, hugging those knees into the chest and massaging out the back. And then when you're ready, coming to stillness. Let the feet come down, the legs come out long. The feet flop out to the side. And with the arms down by your sides, let the palms face upwards for Shavasana. And just allow the body to completely release. Letting go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. Letting go the back of your body and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and your hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And take some time here for gratitude. Identifying someone or something in your life that you're particularly grateful for today. And allow that gratitude to fill your heart and your mind. And let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale. Keeping that focus on your breath for a few minutes.